Hello, welcome to my gluten-free cooking show. Today I'm going to be doing a chicken in pasta. My ingredients are chicken breast, but you can do vegan chicken or tofu with this meal. And here's some gluten-free pasta. And for the greens I'm going to add with it are bok choy and pepper, some spinach, and some coriander leaves, and I've also got some vegan cheese here, but I'll explain more about that when the film is later on. First I'm gonna simmer the chicken, but if you're doing a vegan style you can just skip that part. So I'm gonna be turning on the ring now and letting that get to the boil before I add my chicken into this, and when it has boiled I'll turn it down to simmer for about 20 minutes. Right, now the water is starting to boil in this big saucepan. I'm now going to turn the heat down to a low, remove the lid, and now I'm going to get the chicken out of this and put this into the saucepan. I'm going to be using the food tongs here to plonk the chicken into this boiling water. And then after this, you then plonk it on for about 20 minutes. Always remember, leave a little gap so it doesn't boil over. Now I'm leaving this to simmer for about 20 minutes to boil away the excess fat in it. So whilst that is doing, I'll get the veg all prepped. The first vegetable I'm gonna chop up is the bok choy. I'm going to be peeling them off. So I'm going to be using all this bok choy in my meal, so I've got a lot of greens. It's very good to have a lot of greens in your meals. And when it gets down to like the stem bit here, just cut that bit away and just carry on getting the leaves and the bits off, and then put that aside. And now start chopping up cut off the leaves first, so then you could dice up the stem bit first, because they're both got good use. This one is like celery, where this one is like spinach. So with that, you always have to cook the stems a bit first, because they take longer to cook than the leaves do. So that's why I always cut the leaves off, so I can do them last. I'd always dice up the stems first. Now I'm getting to the last of them. I can then start dicing up the stems, and then the stems, they will go into this one, and I'm gonna chop the leaves up and put them into the other bowl here. Then make sure to finely chop the leaves. And if you want them as long as you want or as thin as you want, choose how you want them. I'm going to do them like that for me. Plonk them into that bowl. Next one I'm going to do is the spinach here. Let's get the last few bits here. And now start finely dicing the spinach. and add that into the bowl here. Next is the fresh coriander. And make sure to keep it in a bunch so I can then finally dice it that way. Oh, you can really smell the coriander smell from these fresh leaves and all that. Now grab that, plonk that into that bowl. And now finally, I'm going to be dicing up this pepper, and I'm going to be putting it in with the leaves. And first I'm going to chop the top bit here off and then cut down so I got the separate sections. Cut the white bit here and put that aside, and do again with the other two slices here. And when you've got the last bit removed, you can then start dicing the pepper up. And then plonk it into the bowl. I am gonna be turning this ring on, so whilst the water in this is heating up for my pasta, I am now gonna start dicing the chicken. I am gonna chop my chicken up along the center bit here, and now I'm going to be dicing it into bits of chunks here now. It bulks up the meal now, so that is one set of chicken done. And now here comes the second one. Then line both sides up, and now the last one. The water is now bubbling, so I'm going to be turning the heat right down, and then getting my gluten-free pasta here and dipping it into the saucepan here. And now add 1 twist of salt, and then put the lid back on. Let that boil away so it can become nice and soft. And whilst that is doing, I can then start frying the chicken and the vegetables. I'm turning on the heat now. Oh God. When it does that, always make sure that the flame stays on. And now I'm going to be adding in a bit of oil and churning around in the frying pan. And now a bit of salt. Turning this down to a medium and adding the chicken in. Now the bok choy. Make sure you stir the pasta every so often so it doesn't stick. Now this has gone a nice golden brown, I'm now going to add my other vegetables to this. going to be putting this down to a lower temperature so it can cook slowly, and then I can also check on the pasta, see if that is ready, and then I can add it in to my meal here. First off, I'm going to be grating up my cheese here, and this cheese is vegan cheese. The pasta is starting to look very nice now, so I'm going to be turning off the heat now, and now I'm going to be tipping some of this water into the frying pan here, and then the rest I tip away. Now I add the pasta. I am now going to be adding in my cheese here. Just going to plonk that over there. Now get all this cheese, scrape it into my frying pan here, mix it in, and I'm going to be adding a lot of this peri powder to my meal because it makes it quite hot, but you can do whatever you want. You can have it as mild as you want, or if you're like me, like it very hot, do as much as you want. I'm adding the last of this packet into the frying pan here. And now this new packet, I'm going to be tipping some more into it. I stir this in. Oh, that smells lovely. So as this is ready now, I am going to serve it. I'm going to be adding a bit of pepper to this. Now I'm going to have a try of this. That is gorgeous. So I hope you liked today's video. Please like and subscribe, and if you press the little me somewhere down here, you'll see all my other videos. And if you have any comments about today's meal, please let me know, and see you next time.